Now, for this next half, we're going to start with our broccoli, which is a part of our meal. We're going to have our baked chicken that, again, you can turn into barbecue chicken and or hot wings, however you want to do that. And we also have our rolls in the oven, which are our croissants. And we've already cleaned up our dishes and sanitized them, so that's done. I like to clean as I go. That way I don't have all of that to clean up after we're done, especially if we sit down for dinner and things like that together. You can use any type of broccoli you want. You can use frozen broccoli that comes in the freezer area, or you can use fresh broccoli. This family prefers fresh broccoli. Usually it'll come with a rubber band or some type of twine or something around it. And I usually keep it in the bag. It's your preference as to what kind of knife you want to use, if you prefer the long, strong, sturdier type knife, or if just a small paring knife is good for you. I like paring knives. It gives me more control and flexibility. I usually cut off the majority of the bottom portion of the stock because that's the hard, rough part. Some people will still cut it off just a little bit further down, and then they'll just scale this rough exterior off and eat the inside, which, you know, is nice and soft, but I usually don't care about that. But at the top portion, that's where I will cut off those rough exteriors. Now, my husband and I like our broccoli cooked, whereas my daughter, she likes hers raw. Sometimes she likes hers with ranch dressing. I'm going to show you, this is what I do. You just take the floret portion of the broccoli, the top portion of the head, and then you just kind of find an opening there and you just kind of cut down, cut it out, cut down, cut it out. And then if you have another portion you want to cut it there, and you might want to cut it there. Depends on how big you want your floret to be. Some people like theirs real small. We don't like ours too small, just bite-sized. Then you can cut off the stems here. It's not hard to do. Like that. This portion here, I'll cut that like that, just to make it kind of even. And I'm going to leave that floret by itself. I'm going to finish the rest of my broccoli while we check on our food. Our broccoli is currently steamed cooking, which is good. It's going to have a nice green color without being too wilty. You don't want that overly cooked broccoli taste or feel to your broccoli. I would say leave it in there for at least 8 to 10 minutes. However, if you like it a little more soft without getting too mushy, you can leave it in there from 12 to 15 minutes. This depends on how fast you cook on medium heat, and I mean low medium. Our chicken is still currently cooking, baking up just fine, and our macaroni and cheese is still cooking as well. Macaroni and cheese in a little bit longer because we like that crunchy layer to it. Not so overly cooked, but just a little brown coating to it, more than the salty, creamy taste. However, you can also opt to leave it in a little bit longer like we do, or you can also add crunchies to it like onion straws, or you can add croutons, crushed up croutons to yours. Depends on what you want to do. I would normally do that particular process 5 minutes before you're ready to take it out. That way they kind of cook down and cook into the actual macaroni and cheese. Hey y'all, and we're back. That's a shout out to Miss Pauline. Just wanted to add a few pointers that when you are making your chicken, when you're baking it, you might want to add just a little bit of water or broth. Again, just a shallow amount because it's going to make its own juices as it cooks. And you want to wait to put the water or broth in the actual pan about 20 minutes to half an hour because you want the seasonings to coat the chicken and to get in, fill in the flavors, as well as you don't want the nonstick surface that you place in your baking utensils to, wash away or get washed because of using the broth or water. And now you're cooking. Ciao.